can't compete with my cubinistic wisdom. Watch me solve my cube, enhance it with some lube. Do a video or two, make a Rubik's Cube rap. Don't you wish you were this cool? Watch me solve my cube, enhance it with some lube. Do a video or two, make a Rubik's Cube rap. Don't you wish you were this cool? Okay. Y'all know who it is.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's SpeedCubes.com's next edition of Cube Review. Today we're going to talk about the .222 DS Cube, or Diansheng Cube. Let's talk about initial reaction to this cube first, Rock.
Initial reaction is, it's better. It's better than the original Diansheng. It still maintains the speed. It's still, I mean, I like it, but it's not as good as an F or a Q for you or an A or anything like that, only because it still binds if you're doing finger tricks. It does let you adjust the tension more without, binding or popping as much as the original Diansheng.
Yeah, as far as what I think is there's probably kind of two schools of thought behind cube design. There is you can go with entirely speed and just get the fastest turning cube that you can possibly come up with, or you can really use your design and materials and hardware to try to make a cube that's forgiving, that's
or let you
takes into account the human element of it. If we're just talking about a machine doing this cube that has super precise, this picks up a great deal of speed. It has all the speed of the .333, so this is a great improvement to give this a little bit more, forgiveness, a little bit more cutting ability. But ultimately, I still think that this locks up way too much to be a primary speed cube.
What about weight difference? Do you notice a weight difference?
Definitely, I think with this, you're going to see the edge pieces and corner pieces that are completely whole. So that in and of itself is going to make this a little bit heavier.
And this is the 222?
Yeah, a little bit quick thing about naming. It's going to be hard for you sometimes to maybe tell if you're looking online at these cubes the difference, unless you really have an opportunity to see the edge and corner pieces. Now we'll show you that when we break this cube down, and you can look at the insides and see. This is the .222 version, and this is the .333 version.
The 333 is what we've already reviewed in one of our first videos.
Exactly, and I see this described as .22 more often than I see this described as .333. So be careful with that. I've also heard this called what is it? I've seen it referred to as classic. So we don't know which came first.
I don't know who's the chicken and who's the egg in this
right.
one.
So you would think that the idea of cutting it away seems more advanced, but in the end, this is a better cube. If you remember back from our Diansheng Minio video, we talked about, gosh, Rocco, wouldn't it be great if Diansheng just made a big cube that had the edge pieces and corner pieces that were complete? So
I love this Mini.
Because the Mini doesn't lock up near as bad as the
version.
So that's basically what this is. I mean, it's a full-size version of the Mini Diansheng. And so, like I say, if you're into a cube that is, if you like the Type E and you want something like that, maybe you like the speed but you just didn't like the weight, then I think you're gonna like this a lot better. Other thing that we have had mentioned, and we'll show you when we break these apart. Some people say that this setup with these QBs, or vice versa, I'm not sure exactly, makes a good hybrid. So we'll take a look at that and give you our impression of that.
Also, something important to note, these stickers are stickers that used to come painted on, as a lot of the other Dianshengs have like this.
I think you can get it both.
And that's another thing that we thought
erroneously in the past was the difference between the .222 and .33 had something to do with painting versus stickers.
And wrong.
Exactly. Honestly, you can get Dianshengs both printed and with stickers in both versions, so that has nothing to do with the differences. It's all about the cubies. We'll show you that. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and just do that now.
Take a look.
So here's the difference that I wanted to show you between the cubies of the .222 and the .333. As you can see, Rock, if you'll zoom in here, these are the edge pieces.
Both Dianshengs.
Yeah, you see how this is kind of cut out, like, okay, well this is useless, so we'll reduce the weight and we'll help with surface area by routing that off. So that's the main difference between the edge pieces.
But however, these are better. This is a better cube, right?
Yeah, I think that, good idea, but poor execution. Goja and some of the other companies do this a little bit better. Here you can see the difference in the corner. They basically, I don't know, you getting that, Rock?
Yeah,
See it?
It's definitely.
Okay, so that's the main difference between the two types. I just want to show you really quick. I'm not going to spray CRC, as I said, but I did want to show you what I would do here. Basically, you want to align your edge pieces up and your corner pieces up so that they have this kind of configuration.
See how it's protecting the stickers?
Yeah, really, you probably just don't want to do this with stickers at all because you're going to get this on your cube. There's no way around it. What you can do is mask it off. I found electrical tape works the best for that, but you got to be really careful and make sure you get all the edges and seal it off really tight, get all the bubbles out of it to make sure, because this stuff will leak down in it. You basically just want to come over here. When you're doing it this way, you don't have to use a little tube. You just want to go ahead and hit it, and that'll allow you to get a whole lot of CRC on there, because you want the silicone to propellant ratio in this is really low. So you want to really get it a good coat on there, maybe 2 coats, one coat, let it dry, and then another coat to make sure that you get the right amount of lubricant on there. So here's a little quick core comparison. Diansheng cores come in many colors. This particular one is the .333, it has a red core. This is the .222 and it has a gray core. But you know what? I've seen different color cores on this, so that doesn't necessarily tell you that you have a 222 as opposed to a 333.
And again, this is the one that we've originally reviewed that you've seen in our videos before.
Okay, so here's the last edge piece on the 222-333 hybrid.
Diansheng.
No, it's not bad. To be honest, though, I think it still has a lot of the characteristics of the 222.
Does it feel any different? Feel better? The same? Worse?
It's good. Still,
Is it worth modding?
it may be worth modding. Here, you get your hands on it. You tell me what you think. I think that it's similar to the 222, and it brings some of the jamming from the.
Yeah, already I don't like it. My test is always the centers. Nah. Boy, it just feels like an old Diansheng.
Yeah, I think it brings a lot of the old, the problems with the .33 to the party, and doesn't really give you much benefit over the .222.
Yeah.
So I say just keep the .22.
Okay, so today we've talked to you about the .222 Diansheng, or the Type E with the completed edges and corner pieces. And I wanted to go over just a really quick overview of the Cube scorecard, and hopefully we'll give you a nice graphical representation of that in the video as well. And at some point when I get non-lazy or my kids give me a break, we're going to go ahead and get the Cube scorecard portion of the website updated with all this information as well, so you have one place to go to review all the cubes that we've looked at as far as the scorecards are concerned. But it's still in the works right now. For now, this will have to do. As far as the attributes of this particular cube, we're looking at all the speed from the other Type E that we have reviewed, so we did give it a 10 in that category. The cutting has gone now to a 4, which is an increase of 2 over the .333. Also forgiveness, we've ramped up to by 2 points for the added forgiveness of this particular cube. Those are still not great stellar numbers, but definitely an improvement over the .333. Structural integrity, the same or slightly different at 6. And then for consistency and adaptability, I'm really basing this on the fact that I opened this up out of an original package, so I have to assume that they're very uniform, that is, at least as much as possible from package to package. So we'll put a star by that, but I'm going to put consistency at 7. As far as adaptability is concerned, certainly improvement over the .333. You can switch out to cores. You have a little bit more freedom with setting to different tensions, as we mentioned in the video. So definitely a 7 there. Alright, so comment if you guys have this cube as well, and let us know how it is and how it worked out for you, and if we're totally off base, I guess we might consider that. In the meantime, stay tuned.